Peace, people, peace. Welcome to Yemima's World, the Jelly Moose's Cafe. I am your hostess, Yemima, and it is good to be black in the land of the living once again. It is a Sunday morning as you are making your way to your houses of worship. I speak nothing but blessings over everyone. It has been a minute. I have been busy. Life has been lifing. This plantation job is zapping all of my energy to do what I love doing. And so that is going to have to change. And I understand that the Lionsgate portal is really open today. So I'm going to have to set some intentions to get me off of this plantation job so that I can focus on what I have been sent here by the ancestors to do. So today's topic is disobedience to whatever you serve. I was asked to do this topic, and so it's going to be short, but I think it will be impactful. So I was approached by a friend of mine who asked that I talk about the cost of disobeying your ancestors. When your ancestors tell you to do something and you disobey, and it costs you dearly. It may cost you financially, it may cost you emotionally, it may cost you spiritually, but you will pay the cost from disobedience. Now, with that being said, I will say this, and my opinions are coming from my background. I'm giving my opinions based on what I have gone through and what has happened to me. And you can glean from the information that I give you. So I'm coming from a Christian background. I was a Christian most of my adult life. It has only been in the last 10 years that I have transitioned into following African traditional systems, mainly hoodoo. When we are Christians, when we are in religion, whether it's Christianity, Islam, those are the only two that really talk about good and evil, mostly. So when we are in religion, and I'll talk about Christianity because that's my background. When you are in Christianity, you have one deity that you pray to, and that is Jesus. And you don't have to take accountability for things that happen to you in your life. That is what religion does. It removes your accountability. So when you pray to the deity, when you give power to the deity of Jesus and you pray to Jesus and things go the way that you want them to go through your prayers, then you are excited. You say, oh, Jesus blessed me. God blessed me. But when things don't go the way that you want them to go, then we always have that good old scapegoat called the devil. The devil is blocking my blessings. The devil doesn't want me to have this. The devil. We blame this entity all the time, and we don't even know if it even actually exists. But in spirituality, you have to take accountability for things that happen in your life. We go to our ancestors for wisdom, for advice, for guidance. The ancestors take those prayers, those requests to the divine source. So sometimes the ancestors will come back with an answer that you really don't want to hear. And so you will not do what they tell you to do. And that can cause some pain in your life. When we are Christians and we're in religion, again, we don't have to take accountability. We don't have to. I've never heard anyone in my entire life, I've never heard anyone say that they disobeyed Jesus. But I have heard them say that the devil blocked what Jesus was trying to send to you, when Jesus wasn't really trying to send that to you. It was what you wanted, and the deity said no. And because the deity said no, you blamed it on the devil. And I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit. But in my experience, going to the ancestors, I tend to tap into the energy of the ancestors depending on the problem that I have. Because you can't go to every ancestor for everything. The same thing that they were good at while they were in the flesh, the same wisdom and knowledge that they had more so, and when they were in the flesh, they carried that into the spiritual realm. So if your mother was not good with money, you don't go to her for wisdom on bringing in money. You go to that ancestor that knew how to make money and keep money. See, we keep going to those ancestors just, hey, grandma, send me some money. And grandma may have had money, but grandma didn't know how to keep money. And so grandma sends you money and you blow it because you're walking in that energy of grandma that didn't know how to keep money. Now, if Papa knew how to make money and keep money, then you go to Papa and say, Papa, hey, I need to know how to make this money, but I need to know how to spend it wisely. So you have to know what energy to tap into for the specific things that you need. And also, if you didn't listen to them when they were in the flesh, you ain't going to listen to them when they're in the spirit world. And I'm going to tell you how I know. And this is what happened. I had a cousin who unfortunately passed away last year. She was very young. She was 58 when she passed away. Before she passed away, she was sick, and nobody in the family really knew how sick she was. She got really sick, and she slipped into a coma. And she was in a coma for about 2 weeks. And while she was in the coma, I lit a candle for her, and I spoke to her mother, who is on the other side. And I said, Auntie, your baby girl is very, very sick right now, and she needs you. If you could just, send some great energy, some good juju for her healing. And my auntie said to me in the spirit, she didn't listen to me when I was in the flesh. She's hard-headed. She's going to do what she wants to do. When she is ready, I'm here to receive her. I let it go. She came out of the coma. She went home. And about 3 months after that, she got sick again. She got really sick again. And because she didn't want to go to the doctors for treatment, unfortunately, she passed away. And I was comforted knowing that her mother had told me already that I'm here when she's ready to come home. So if you didn't listen to them when they were in the flesh, you're not going to listen to them in the spirit. We are hard-headed humans. And so when we don't listen to the ones that we went to for guidance, it's going to reap repercussions on your end. You're going to go through a period of, again, you may face financial difficulties. You may face emotional difficulties. You may face trauma in different ways because you have been disobedient to the wisdom of the ancestors that tried to get a message through to you. I know that I have misinterpreted advice from my ancestors, and it's cost me financially. I try to go to the ancestors that I know that were financially stable, but I'm not following their instructions. And not only financially, but health-wise. I had a dream about my father a couple of years ago. I had gone to the doctor, and my health was not good. Borderline diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. And the night that I went to the doctor, that night I dreamed about my father. And in that dream, Daddy came to me and I said, Daddy, I said, I went to the doctor today and I got a really bad, not a really bad report, but I didn't get a report that was so good. I'm facing blah, 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 blah. And in the dream, Daddy said, walk. And I'm like, walk? And he said, yeah. And that was the end of the dream. He just said, walk. And when I woke up, I remembered the dream. And I remembered that when my father had fallen and broken his hip, and after he went through physical therapy, when he was sent home, he used to just walk around his yard to heal. And so in the dream, he said, walk. And I heard him clearly. And for a while, I did. I would walk every afternoon. And then I stopped. And so guess what? I still have high blood pressure. I still have high cholesterol. I'm still borderline diabetic. So by me being disobedient to what my father said to me, it's cost me some trauma in my health issues. And I don't have a devil to blame. I blame me, Yemima. It's my fault. Because clearly the instructions were there. But when you're coming from a religious background and we had that scapegoat, it's hard to transition into trusting your ancestors when they tell you to do something and you don't do it. You have no one to blame but yourself. And it's hard to blame ourselves. So to my friend who asked me to do this, don't be hard on yourself. I know the background that you come from is similar to mine. Give yourself some grace. I always say that at the end of my episodes. Give yourself some grace. You're still learning. We all are still learning this ancestral veneration thing. So you just know what ancestors' energy to tap into and write down what they tell you to do. And go back and read it if you have to every single day. And then do it that way and see if your outcome is different. All right? So yeah, we're all still learning. We honor our ancestors every day, every time we speak their name. So look, until next time, you know the drill. Love yourself, love each other, give yourself some grace, give yourself some grace, give yourself some grace, give others grace, stay healthy, stay cool, and until next time, most of all, stay black.